All right, what is up, everybody? It is Friday, and you know what that means. It is time for another Hatter stream, and I figure it's as good a time as any to continue our little playthrough through the OG Mass Effect. Hope you guys have had a good week so far. I have been doing well myself. Make sure everything's looking good here. Hope audio is sounding well. I have switched back to my old school, podcasting mic, because the lavalier mic that I've been using in recent weeks has sounded absolutely awful, and I can't believe you guys have even bothered watching me because it sounded like absolute dog shit. Well, let's continue where we left off. I believe we were traipsing through Zoo's Hope. I think that I was getting my face blown off by Geth. Yeah. Hey, Ryan, I appreciate it, bud. I see you over on the D Live. How you doing, man? I'm looking forward to some Star Wars action tomorrow. Oh my gosh, that went quick. Let's go a little crazy here. Man, Garrison Tally got wiped out. That's what I get for bringing the tech duo to the organic planet. In fairness, most of this planet is fighting Geth, but of course, no spoilers, but the final boss isn't exactly a Geth. Hey, exactly, man. The boys trademark. Yeah, I am pretty excited. 2/3 of the Triumvirate, along with the air particle analyst. What is wrong with me? I saw his character's name is Ogden. Is that correct? For those not in the know, user over here, Ryan of Samaria, is running a Star Wars Fantasy Flight Games role-playing game for me and the boys. Have to say that I had not known much about the Fantasy Flight role-playing game, but having learned about the narrative combat style and, the custom dice, I am really looking forward to getting deep into that. Oh my... Oh! He broke me. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting deeper into that system. I think that I could have learned quite a bit while developing Gundam 5e by looking at the Star Wars FFG. Hey, what's going on, Ender Clan?
All staff that the discharging of weapons while on company property is strictly forbidden. Welcome back, Research Assistant Elizabeth Bainham.
Ogden, Casey, and Melito. We sound like a 70s funk band.
How do you know I'm Lisbeth?
Your access card identifies you as Elizabeth Bainham. Is there something you require, Dr. Bainham?
What information was the last user attempting to
What information was the last user trying to obtain?
Previous user was attempting to access details on the study of
Yeah, it is a good system. Not for everyone, and there are a lot of tables, but it's great. Oh, Melito is the species. I thought that was the name. And yeah.
Tell me everything you told the Krogan.
I was unable to provide the previous user with any relevant data. Aside from lacking proper access, there has been no
So I still stand by my decision to primarily base Gundam 5e on Dungeons and Dragons, if only for the accessibility. You know, most people nowadays, thanks to the popularity of Critical Role and all of the internet think pieces that people write about Dungeons and Dragons, it's a good leaping off point for people when it comes to tabletop RPGs. There are definitely better systems out there. Star Wars FFG, I wouldn't say it's better. It's definitely different. It offers a little bit more.
within the substructure of the zoo's home outpost.
It's hard to say exactly what it is that it
Tell me everything
does. I mean, the combat is obviously a lot better because it's less of the just like hit or like attack, hit, attack, hit, attack, hit. It's like, you know, you try to do objectives and, you know, the dice kind of determine how successful you are in those tasks. It's not so much just like a shoot and kill, shoot and kill.
All test subjects were
It's like the difference between a first-person shooter and, like, you know, one of those like tactical war games. Similarly, Traveler is an RPG system I've been dying to play for the same reason.
of species 37.
No wonder they were behaving so strangely.
Also, man, shave the ring beard but keep the stash. Ron Hatterme. Oh man.
Joker. Come in, Joker. Damn it. That field's blocking us.
We need to drop that field and get back to Zeus Hub.
I did trim the old beard up recently.
About the Geth ship and the
It was starting to look real
I have limited data.
real incelly.
Effectively blocked all sensors within the facility. I have detected unusual power fluctuations, but am
Hey,
unable
Coop.
to determine the source.
Coop, are you gonna come here, bud? Why don't you say hi? Say hi, everybody. Say, my name's Cooper. I am very unhappy that I have a little sister. I thought I was the baby. I'm a little bit of a spoiled brat, so I'm gonna hang with my papa. All right. Failure can bring success. Success can bring some failure or disadvantage. True. Yeah. I'll be honest, I have not played with my 1,000 creds yet. Of course, I'm over here like, Republic credits are no good here. Did you guys catch that, like, recent... Oh, who was it? So, of course, like, you know, one of the usual suspects wrote an article about how that character from the Star Wars prequel trilogy was like an offensive stereotype. Look at these guys, like, what are they doing? Are they praying? Well, they're about to die. I'm gonna sabotage. Overload. Bam. God, I love that about this game.
The Geth use these claws to anchor their ships to the sides of buildings.
The Geth don't wait
So, Just Kitty and gang, are you guys still hanging around in Twitch? How have you guys been doing?
It will be difficult.
It's been a while since I've caught a solid pyro stream myself.
Thorough.
Let's make sure I've got everything is going. Watto, that's his name. Yeah. You know who I think's the offensive stereotype is my man Bib Fortuna. Diwanawanga. You want to talk to Jabba now? Bib Fortuna Totally underrated character. Oh boy. Well, that's dangerous. So last we left off, you know, we are exploring this colony that is under siege by the Geth. Oh my god. Let's overload. Maybe sabotage him. Then I'm going to hit this boy with the overload. Boom. Now that we've done that, hit this boy with the sabotage. And then... Come on out. Come on out. That's what I'm talking about. Show your face. Give me your face. Ugh. See, this is what it's like when you have the tech squad with you. Tali and Garrus. Looks like they were trying to get through here, huh? I can't tell you how excited I am. Like, it's so funny. I'm more excited about remakes of old video games. I'm more excited about the master version, the remastered version of the Mass Effect trilogy, and the rumored remastered version of Ocarina of Time. I'm more excited about that stuff than I am about any of the next gen things coming out. And it's just because, like, I don't know, it's like I've lost the faith. I'm jaded by recent years. And then I read this stupid think piece about how we don't need another Ocarina of Time. We should remake the Wind Waker and what? I literally hit X and then A. Come on. Give me all that stuff. Yeah, you know, we don't need Ocarina of Time. We need a remake of the Wind Waker, and we need a remake of Twilight Princess. I'm sorry, but if you are a Legend of Zelda fan, there is not a single Legend of Zelda fan out there that thinks that the Wind Waker or Twilight Princess is better than Ocarina of Time. And furthermore, they've all had next-gen console ports from their original platforms. Only new games I'm very hyped for are Elder Scrolls 6. Yeah, keep waiting. That's like me and Fable 4. And KOTOR 3. I'm nervous about them bringing back KOTOR. I feel like it's one of those things where ever since Disney acquired Lucasfilm, they do this thing where they do like a dip in the fan service, like what they've done with The Mandalorian, which season 2 of The Mandalorian, okay, full disclosure, I canceled my Disney Plus subscription, but I've heard enough rumors about the second season of The Mandalorian to know that it is not worth my time. The reason being is that what I loved about The Mandalorian is that you had this like cool spaghetti western with a mysterious hero that no one knew about. Now you have a second season that is riddled with cameos from Luke Skywalker to Ahsoka. Sorry, spoilers, don't care. But from Luke Skywalker to Ahsoka, it is the most pandering fan service I've ever seen in my life, and it's disgusting. I don't like that. That's not what we wanted. What we wanted was a solid sequel trilogy that didn't suck. Like, is that so much to ask for? Mandalorian, the first season was fantastic because it was its own encapsulated story that was good. Oh my god, these Krogans. Oh, these Krogans. What do I do? What do I do? Do I sabotage? And then heal? Get out of here. Get out of here, you big fucker. Oh god. Oh god. Shotgun to the face. Ikuta. One of the reasons I love the chemical rounds that I use against these fools is that it disables their auto heal ability. Oh god. Oh god. Run away. Oh, damn it. Okay, what is here? BioWare still has the license, so it should be alright. I'm frightened for how Disney's gonna eviscerate my Old Republic. Yep, pretty much. I liked it, but it's definitely gotten that effect, yes. But that's what Disney was. Our Star Wars is shit. Let's use beloved. Exactly. Exactly. It's so infuriating. Like, nobody liked the sequel, so we're gonna give them more of what they like, but we're gonna fuck it up because that's what we do. It's a tragedy. And that's probably like the most frustrating thing about it, is that every time they see something popular, they feel the need to like stick their finger in it.
Good luck with that field.
Oh, Lisbeth. Oh no. Here we are, back with the Varen again. Now watch as Garrus and Tali both die. Oh, jeez. Then gladly trade in Mando for the Legends being canon again. Yeah, I mean, that's what's frustrating, is that everything that they're bringing back are the things that they said are not canon anymore. Knights of the Old Republic, fuck that shit. It's not Disney, so it's not canon anymore. Burp, 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 burp. Like, oh, and so then now you're gonna bring back the Old Republic. Well, the High Republic is not the same as the Old Republic, okay? Get fucked. I'm not trying to sound bitter about these things. I truly do love Star Wars. I think that between the original trilogy and Knights of the Old Republic, that's like, I'm not one of those guys that dug really deep into the EU, mostly because like that stuff sounded cringy. Yeah, it's sad that we long for the days when people wrote stupid fan fictions about Boba Fett surviving the Sarlacc pit. Get fucked. Boba Fett's dead. I don't care what the Mandalorian says. Like, you know what? Boba Fett died. Let's just leave it at that. Now I know I'm getting into the realm of headcanon and shit like that because the High Republics. Yeah. I agree. There's a reason that they only released it as a comic book and not as a AAA video game. Should tell you something. The comic book industry has been run into the ground, and comics are worth less than toilet paper, especially during a pandemic. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't read a whole lot of EU books. I didn't really get deep into that stuff because it all seems like fan fiction to me anyway, you know, and like it's two extremes on the same spectrum, right? You have the people like Rian Johnson in the Star Wars universe that say fuck the fans, I hate the fans, I want them to suffer, I'm gonna subvert expectations because that's me. I'm the edgy boy. You know, I'm gonna say I listen to Korn and Slipknot because I know it makes my mom bad. That shit's stupid. Just as bad are the people on the other side that are like, all I want is just nothing but fan service. Spoon feed me the things that I want. Like, it's terrible. Anyway. And he did survive the Sarlacc fight. Nah. I'm telling you. Because it's just as cringy when you watch, when you watch Parks and Recreation and you see Patton Oswalt doing his speech and he's like, I'm going to recite to you my plan to revive the Star Wars universe. And up from the Sarlacc pit is the gloved Mandalorian hand of Boba Fett as he crawls out. And that is how the Star Wars universe crisscrosses with the Marvel universe, which is so funny. It's so funny now that because Disney owns both Star Wars and Marvel, they can do exactly what Patton Oswalt was talking about in Parks and Rec, which is so cringy. Hey, thanks about the reminder on the D-Live chest. I will not forget. You know what? I will actually make sure that I keep that window open because I've got my Twitch window open in case I need to ban any bots. But I do not have my D-Live window open.
The observation post at Zoo's Hope have been inactive for several cycles.
What does Zoo's Hope have to do with the Thori?
Species 37 is located
But
within the substructure of the Zoo's Hope outpost.
yeah. Oh, Maul had it coming. 100%. Here's the thing. I have this theory. I'm going to call it a theory. It's a scientific theory. I call it the theory of inverse popularity. I call it the Boba Fett theory of inverse popularity. The reason I call it that is because I feel that in pop culture, you have this weird law where the less you see of something, the cooler it is, right? Boba Fett has, what, about 7 minutes of screen time between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and then he's dead, and we're all like, oh, Boba Fett's the coolest! Same thing goes for, like, the camphor. The MS-18 camphor from Gundam 0080. You know, everyone loves the camphor. They talk about how it's this great mobile suit. It's super mobile. It's got shotguns. It's a badass. It's got shoulder cannons like a gun cannon. It's so sweet. And I'm like, you only like it because it was only in the show for 16 seconds before a Gundam tore it to shreds. Get fucked.
I have limited data on
I like Cyborg Maul. Yeah. Well, see, and that's the thing is that's the thing about Dave Filoni and the Star Wars universe is he loves to play the J.J. Abrams game. He loves to do the member berries, right? Remember Darth Maul? Remember Darth Maul? Remember Obi-Wan? Remember Obi-Wan and Darth Maul? Remember they fight? Remember Qui-Gon? Do you remember? Like, it's too much. It's too much. Like, some fan service is good. Give the fans what they want, but don't give them too much of what they want. It's a weird balance to strike. I know I'm asking the impossible, basically. But you know what? There's a certain someone I know of that asked the impossible. Luke Skywalker on Dagobah, when he told Yoda, "You're asking the impossible." No, do or do not. There is no try, right? So, like, don't fuck with franchises that you know people like unless you know you're gonna do it right. Sorry. Christmas special, though, the High Gog is guilty of that. Literally 8 minutes beginning of the OVA. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Darth Maul, same thing. Darth Maul's mysterious. That doesn't mean he's cool. I didn't think Darth Maul was that cool. And then they did the same thing in Knights of the Old Republic 2 when they give you Bao-Dur, what's the species that Darth Maul is again? I don't know, because I don't give a crap, because Darth Maul wasn't that cool. The only thing cool about Darth Maul, let me put this out there. The only thing cool about Darth Maul is that he was played by a real martial artist in Ray Park. Ray Park is a talented stunt artist who deserves way more credit than he gets. Even his cameo in that movie Fanboys was fantastic. And he plays a security guard and he drops the line prepare to get mauled. It's perfect. Ray Park is a national treasure. Darth Maul, overrated. I don't know. Maybe you guys let me know if I'm spitting unpopular opinions right now. You guys got me on the Star Wars train. I'm going to keep ranting about Star Wars while I continue to fail through this goddamn mission. I suck so bad at this. Anyway, yes, the Zabrak. Half Zabrak, half Dathomirian. Well, yeah, so Bao-Dur in Knights of the Old Republic 2 is a Zabrak, and, you know, he's the light side version, so he doesn't have the tatted up face, but same difference. Darth Maul's cool as fuck, double-bladed lightsaber. Get fucked. The only thing that was cool about him is his weapon. Come on. Alright, that guy's dead. Let's get in here. Bust a cap on this fool. Oh. Look at that white blood on there. He looks like, oh, shit. He looks like my dude, Bishop from Alien. Clone Wars makes Boba and Maul way better. Exactly. That's exactly. Everyone rides. Okay, you know. Hey, disclaimer. This is not a stream that is youth friendly. I'm going to be swearing quite a bit here, especially in this little rant. Everybody rides Dave Filoni's dick, talking about how he's the future of Star Wars, and I'm like, I hit Y. What's wrong with you? How Dave Filoni is the future of Star Wars. You guys only like him because in Star Wars Rebels and Star Wars The Clone Wars, he gave you all of these stupid fan servicey, like, hey, remember how General Grievous was kind of whack, and you know, despite spinning his lightsabers really, really, really fast, he got wiped out by a blaster shot to the chest because he was an asthmatic. Well, here in this episode of the Clone Wars, he's gonna jump from wall to wall, and he's gonna be crazy, and he's gonna kill several Jedi. Oh man, Ki-Adi-Mundi better watch out because General Grievous is gonna get him. Oh boy! Please, shit's ridiculous. In case you guys haven't been able to tell, I am on probably my third glass of bourbon, so getting real honest here on stream. Bam! Let's hit him with the warp bomb. Oh god. Oh god. I hate Krogan. And this is what I'm talking about. Oh my god. The original game, these Krogans are dangerous as hell, dude. Dangerous as hell. In Mass Effect 2 and 3, Krogans are like, I mean, would I rather fight like a random Geth? Probably. But in this game, Krogans are freaking deadly. Oh god. Please don't kill me. Oh, tally's down. Oh, stop charging me. Oh, God. Chemical rounds. Die. Stay on the ground, you bastard. That was a nightmare. Okay. Also, Vader had some dumb gimmicks as well. Variable length lightsaber for the win. Just expands on the lore, bro. You don't get it. Bro, you need to rethink it, bro. See, I get you. However, the movies can't fit everything in there lore-wise, so you have every aspect of every character shown on screen. Fair enough. And I've complained about similar things, especially in Mobile Suit Gundam. I've complained about how Gundam Unicorn doesn't give enough lore to, say, some of the more minor characters, people like Fred Reber, and the pilot of that Violent. Is it Violent or is it Violent? I feel like it's a weird mispronunciation of the word violent. I feel like it's a violent, because sometimes I see it with the R in there, sometimes I don't. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. But yeah, there are so many pilots. I mean, even some of the major characters, people like Mr. Gilboa, Mr. Gilboa. You know, Mr. Gilboa, they literally introduce him in the story so that they can kill him and make Benager feel bad about it. Think about that. What a waste. Like, that if... So, I know that, like, people will say that the girl in the fridge meme is sexist, that trope. You know, the whole Green Lantern having his girlfriend stuffed in the fridge by, was it Major Force? Major Force or Major Pain? Something like that. Yeah. Gilboa exists specifically to advance Benager's character. What's his name? Dagaza. Dagaza exists in Gundam Unicorn specifically to advance Benager's character. They don't have any character of their own. You have no attachment to them. You're just supposed to feel bad for them because Benager feels bad for them. And it's one of the reasons that I don't think that OVAs are the way that anime was supposed to be made. I think that they need to be 50-episode animes so that you can really dive into characters' backstories. You care when Lieutenant Matilda dies in the original Mobile Suit Gundam because you hear about her fiance, you hear about the life she has back home. It's not just that Amuro cares about her, you start to care about her. And then when the Black Tri-Stars kill her, you care that she dies. You don't care that she dies just because Amuro cares that she dies. Does that make sense? Am I just talking out of my asshole here? I feel like I am taking crazy pills. Oh, okay. Sorry. I was on a roll there, so I had to spit all that out. I do not mind the fan service in Star Wars since it's such a trip after Return of the Jedi. Darth Crate. Learn to code, they said. Gundam UC wasn't good with women usually. Matilda, yes. Fa Yuri and fucking what's her name? Well, that's Fa. Fa is the one that's like, come here! Come here! Nah, and I mean, oh man. I could go out, I could go on these tangents all day long. You know that. Shield boost. I need that shield boost because I am getting absolutely fucked. Advanced assassination, advanced shield boost. Let's see what we got for my girl Tali. So if we bump her up 2 in pistols, she unlocks shotguns. If we bump her up 2 in decryption, we get hacking. I'm not a nerd, I'm a hacker. Who's the other one from Mobile Suit Gundam? Well, don't care. Yeah. I don't know. I'm very opinionated when it comes to storytelling because and real shit here. Like I'm about to, you know, I'm about to drop some truth on you people. Narrative is the strongest form of human communication. There's a reason that when people find a politician that they don't like, they compare him to Voldemort. There's a reason that people have bumper stickers that say, vote for Snape and all this stupid shit. The reason is that narratives resonate, stories resonate deep within the human consciousness. And so when you violate that social construct of storytelling, and you, I don't want to say break away from the norm, because there are times when subverting expectations works and works well. But when you subvert expectations for the sake of subverting expectations, you are violating the Cinderella, why are you looking at me like that? I'm just a prick when it comes to storytelling and media. Same, you know what? Honestly, you could probably say the same about me. You could probably say the same about me, is that I'm just an asshole. But look, I've spent the majority of my life studying storytelling. I spent the majority of my life reading stories, telling stories. Oh my God. Finally. I was like, where's the action at? And like I said, I can tell you every advertisement, every, like everything revolves around narratives. It revolves around stories. And so when you violate the trust of your audience, and you either assume that they know something that they don't, or you take what they expect and you turn it on its head for the sake of making a point, you basically destroy the value of using those narratives. So what am I getting at by talking about all this? What I'm saying is that when you subvert the narrative that there are good guys and bad guys in war, that there is a right and a wrong, then what you end up doing is you create this idea in people's head that there are not good guys and bad guys in real life, right? And I think that there are certain times in history that we would all agree that there are some people that were right and there are some people that were wrong. They might not have thought so. And it's important to remember that people are not infallible. It's possible to be wrong and not think you're wrong, for what it's worth. But that doesn't mean that you, like, it comes back to, like, the whole, like, sympathy for the devil thing, right? Like, look, you can understand. There's nothing wrong with, what, that opinion's problematic, bro. That's why I love TTRPG. I make the guidelines and blame the players when it doesn't work out. Narrative war bad, what viewers take away. Huh, cool robot. Oh my God, that meme drives me nuts. You all know this about me, is like, look, I absolutely love Mobile Suit Gundam. My favorite franchise, favorite story of all time. But even I am willing to admit that, you know what? It's a 30-minute toy commercial. Let's not kid ourselves. Let's not pretend that this is high art, and even high art isn't high art. Like, I had to freaking read Upton Sinclair's The Jungle in school, and that is just socialist propaganda. Now, the irony of that is that more people cared about the details that he revealed about the meatpacking industry. You could equally make the same meme about the cool robot. It's like, hey, socialism is good, and then you turn around and say, oh, meatpacking industry bad, is what people took away from that. You know what I mean? Also, wrong is pretty subjective. Victor takes the spoils and spins and controls the narrative, and right as well. That's true. That's true. The you know, winners write the story at the end, right? True enough. Okay. Let's see. I don't remember this puzzle exactly, but warning, high pressure. Danger, emergency. Dang it. Okay. So, what does this one do? So that one drops the pressure a little bit. That one, or raises it, sorry. Oh, stop raising the pressure. Okay. Up. 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 Maybe just a little bit. Oh, I overshot it. Okay, what about if that's a good chunk. 5 psi. Damn. Okay. So I think it must be 11 plus 17 plus 5. Warning, high pressure. Let's close it. Berserk. There are so many emotional moments and philosophical moments that I myself am genuinely connected with. At the end of the day, it's big sword, cool action. Yeah, exactly. Look, at the end of the day, you can make all of the philosophical arguments about Mobile Suit Gundam that you want, but the original series was canceled due to not because it had a poor philosophical message, because of low toy sales. Remember that. And if you ever doubt the power of narrative, understand that the companies of Takara and what was the other one? I don't remember all of the company names off the top of my head. Diaclone, all these Japanese companies that were making transforming toys, they were all about to go under until a guy named Bob Budiansky came up with the Transformers, and the Autobots and the Decepticons went to war with each other.
They can't do any real damage.
The thing is you use storytelling to create investment in people. And the Transformers is the best example of that. I always go back to the Transformers because, let's face it, you're talking about toy companies that were about to go under. They were bankrupt. And then all of a sudden, Hasbro comes out and they're like, look, we're going to do a comic book. We're going to do a TV show. Bob Budiansky is going to write the stories for it. Not a big deal. We got this. And all of a sudden, not only did they revive these toy companies, it's like they basically taught kids how to play with the toys. That's what it comes down to. Is nobody knew, why would you want a car that turns into a robot? I don't know. I don't care about a car that turns into a robot. But then Bob Budiansky renamed it to Sideswipe and Skywarp, and all of a sudden you're talking about a war between the Autobots and the Decepticons, and people want to relive that story. They want to retell that story on their tabletops. You're teaching kids how to interact with the product. It is probably, if I were a college professor, that would be like the thesis that I want my students to write, is talking about how the Transformers represents the success of narrative and marketing. But just watch Berserk, episode 14, Bonfire of the Dreams. It's good. Well, do I need to watch episodes 1 through 13 in order to understand why 14 is significant? Because I bet you you do. I bet you do. It's one of those things where it's like, so for instance, everybody kind of acknowledges that Gundam 0080 is one of the better Gundam series. But do you appreciate the value of War in the Pocket if you haven't watched the other Gundam series to understand the vitriol and the hatred and the bitterness between the Federation and the Zeon, so that you can kind of get an idea of why it's so tragic that, oh, spoilers, by the way. This is a spoiler-ridden stream. Oh my goodness. In order to understand the tragedy of Christina and Bernie, do you need to watch all of classic Gundam so that you know about the hatred and vitriol of the Federation and Zeon? I don't even know where I'm going. I'm sorry, I've gotten off on a tear here, and I have forgotten what I'm supposed to be doing. And you probably hear my dogs just... Hey, Coop, leave her alone, bud. Leave her alone. You let her chew her bone. Yeah, come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Oh, goodness. You're just a sweet boy. You gonna say hi? You gonna say hi? Yeah. Sorry. I got dog distracted. Okay, so. Let's see. We made that claw drop off of the Geth ship. The Geth. What you doing? Hey, come here. What do you got? Cooper, come here. Cooper. What are you chewing on? Come here. Cooper. One sec. No squeakers. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. There we go. Light up my white face. Episode 14, or well, Bonfire of the Dreams monologue on its own. Isolated, very good. Relatable, doesn't hit as much as a standalone piece of animation, which is always the case. The more you watch, the more you get invested, the more meaning those things have and understanding you have. 100%. 100%. That's what I'm... That's part of the point that I'm making, is that, like, you know, there are so many stories out there, so many times that... Like, I can only tell you about so many things that I've tried to introduce my wife to, and I'm like, do you not see how sad this is? It's like, he's giving up everything. And it's like, well, she doesn't understand that because she's not as invested in it as I have been. Got him. All right, so we're gonna go this way. So do I need to get to the other side of this claw? Is that what it's telling me? All right. All right, I've got to be missing something here. I feel like I've cleared the entire area. I haven't shot at something in over a minute. That's how I know I'm going the wrong way. Like I said, it's been a minute since I've played this game. Okay. So we got a little daylight pouring through there. That's sealed off, so let's go this way. I'm going to make every girl I get together with watch Berserk. Also, there's this guy on YouTube who did just that. Sat his girl down and watched Berserk, filmed her reaction. Interesting. There's a lot of YouTube channels I find that are like that. There's a guy that talks about game dev stuff that I've followed for a while, and he had his either girlfriend or wife, his significant other, play through Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And he was talking about the thing that she struggled most with was actually controlling the camera, which I have to say is actually consistent with what my wife struggles with. When it comes to playing third-person games, my wife struggles with maintaining the camera perspective while moving. So she does this thing where it's like she moves and then she moves the camera, and then she will move because then she's moving, and then it's like, oh, well, now I'm going to move the camera. It's this strange disconnect that I find that men... Oh, hey, Lisbeth. Men have an easier time, I think, kind of like disconnecting their brain from movement and perspective, which is one of those weird, like, object-oriented things. You know, it's kind of like what James Damore said with regards to like why men find themselves in programming more often than women. Men have this object-oriented perspective. And look, here, what I'm saying, it's not right or wrong. There's no perspective that's better than the other. But when it comes to programming, object orientation seems to make... Oh my goodness. Wild dogs. Object-oriented coding makes more sense to men than it does to women. And I think that it almost discourages women from getting into programming. I don't know what the solution to that is. I do know that it has nothing to do with just like stuffing more women into the field, because obviously that's not... If they're not interested in it to begin with, then just putting them in there isn't the answer. You need to find a way to relate that information better. And honestly, maybe we're on the cusp of a new type of programming that that women are better suited to, which would be kind of cool, honestly, if we got away from the object-oriented model. I don't know. I'm not around to say whether something is better or worse. It's all just different. You know what I mean? Maybe that's a controversial opinion to have. It bothers me that this box can't be unlocked because it sticks out like a sore thumb. Anyway. Moving on. Can I get out of here? Or is this just like a... Okay. It's true. I can be much more controversial if I try. Shoot, I haven't even broached the subject of the game stonks. the game stonk manipulation. I don't even think that my opinion is really... I mean, shoot, I have pretty much the same opinion as most people, where it's just like, fuck yeah, stick it to the man. Shoot, where am I supposed to go from here? Dang, we leveled up again. What up? All right, let's maybe give him... Did we give him assault training? Melee damage, weapons damage. I want him to have better armor because he's getting just absolutely blasted. We're gonna bump up my girl's shotgun skills because I want her to be More equipped. I'm the only pistol wielder in this party. This is my pistol party. So I found Lisbeth. Do I go down here? Am I about to go in a huge frickin' circle? Because I'm going to be real mad. Oh, R.I.P. Chris Benoit. No, I think I named him Chris because I tried to create as Mexican looking as a character as I could. And of course, Chris Cox, my really good friend, and of course my brother, Chris, are actually, this character bears a striking resemblance to both my brother Chris and Chris Cox. Oh god. I really am gonna have to go all the way back around. You freaking idiot! You idiot! God, like I said, failing upward. I am struggling to remember how to beat this game. In fairness, it's like I only, when it comes to the classic Mass Effect games, I feel like I played them to the extent in which I needed to beat them, and then that was it. I'm not one of those people that replays games like a trillion times. Let's see. Why is your character named Chris? Oh yeah, sorry. That's me with Chrono Trigger. Oh, Andrew, you made the mistake of playing Mass Effect 2 first. That is, I mean, arguably a better game, but a very different game, and it will leave you disadvantaged when you try to play this game. It's kind of like the way I feel about, you know, Morrowind. Like, I love Morrowind, but if you played Skyrim or Oblivion before you play Morrowind, you're going to be sorely disappointed when you find out that no matter how accurate your arrow flies, if your arrow skills are not up to snuff, you're going to miss. And that's frustrating. I get that. So, let's see. Pharos, the Thorian, Saren sent Pharos sent the guest to Pharos to destroy an alien life form known as the Thorian. Why is you want this? You need more information before returning to Zeus Hope. Talk with Lisbeth Bainham's mother, Juliana, at the refugee camp to find out what they know. So I have to go back to Zeus Hope, the camp. I assume that means I'm going to be scooting back. Can I not zoom? Okay, so I can zoom in, but I can't zoom out. So I assume that means I need to, like, turn the Mako around and go back to Zeus Hope, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because... Let's see what people are saying here. Yeah, I went back to Skyrim. I went back from Skyrim to Oblivion to Morrowind, and honestly loved Oblivion immediately, but after having a break from those two and playing a lot of old games, I should try and give Morrowind another shot. 100%. Morrowind was the first Elder Scrolls game that I played, and It's still to this day my favorite story-wise. Oblivion is my favorite gameplay-wise. Skyrim, the only thing it has going for it is the graphics and just the scale of the world. I think that Morrowind, the story is fantastic, and just the depth of all of the NPCs is incredible. The combat is extremely frustrating, and I get that. And again, same thing goes for Mass Effect. Is like Mass Effect, this Mass Effect, best when it comes to story. However, I am willing to acknowledge the fact that it's not the most accessible gameplay compared to Mass Effect 2, where, you know, it was more of a out-and-out shooter. I just don't remember having to do this backtracking.
Is there anyone picking this up? Get away from that radio!
What was that all about?
I think Elder Scrolls 6 will be more like Elder Scrolls 5 or previous or something new. ES5 definitely, maybe more open-ended and sandbox like. I don't know. I think that yeah, open-ended and sandbox seems to be the way that people or at least gamers are getting appealed to, right? So like between Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and like Monster Hunter, you have these games where the adventure is the story, right? Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, the only thing that you have to do, you finish the tutorial and then you can go fight Ganon if you want to, but it's the exploring of the open world that makes it. Oh geez, slow down, Lisbeth, I'm coming. We've gotten away from this this style of gaming where the stories are kind of pre-composed. We're trying to allow players to create their own story. I think that that's likely what Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be, and I hope that they return to sort of the idea in Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion that so in Morrowind you play as the Nerevarine, you play as the reincarnation of Nerevar. In Skyrim you play as the Dragonborn, you're like this prophecy-born person. In Oblivion, it's different because you're not playing as the chosen one. You're not playing as a character that's born into something great. You are just the guy that has to go save the guy. You're the guy that has to go save the Emperor. And I think that that's a kind of cool concept. I think that so like, if you think about the difference between Knights of the Old Republic 1 and Knights of the Old Republic 2, despite the fact that I enjoy a lot of the concepts from Knights of the Old Republic 1 more than 2, I think 2 is I prefer Knights of the Old Republic 2 because you don't play as Darth Revan. You play as the General. Again, spoiler-ridden stream. What have I spoiled so far? The Mandalorian, I've spoiled Mass Effect, I've spoiled now Knights of the Old Republic. Oh, I don't have enough Paragon.
I won't let you hurt these people anymore.
Let's see. Skyrim is a short, boring game, main story-wise. True. Played a lot of side quests before killing Aldo. Ooh. Sorry, Ethan Jong. So, the Envy Hero versus the Lone. Yeah, the New Vegas. Yes. Yeah, sorry, it took me a minute to pick that up, Andrew. Yeah, you know, there's a difference between being born to greatness versus versus earning greatness. And I think you can kind of see that in Orson Scott Card's books,
What else am I supposed to do?
Ender's Game versus Ender's Shadow, right? So Ender's Game being about Ender Wiggin and about how he's the chosen one. He's the third born, even though people are only supposed to have 2 kids, all that nonsense. And then you have Ender Shadow, which is about, what's his name? Bean? His friend Bean.
Sounds good. I'll do what I can.
Not the chosen one, but an interesting character in their own right.
We'll stay out of your way until you clear a path.
Also in Oblivion, you aren't born a hero, but you can become a Daedric Lord. So that's neat. True. You can become a Daedric Lord. Talk to Gavin.
My workstation out in the ruins.
I found your data.
I managed to find the data and transfer it to your OSD.
That's very good news indeed. Thank you.
I was there anyway. It was the least I could do.
Well, I appreciate it. Here, you certainly earned this. Thanks again, Commander.
Well, now that I've successfully, apparently murdered Ethan Jong in cold blood, I think I might go ahead and end the stream now. That way I keep it nice and short for you all to to digest. So yeah, fun stream tonight. Definitely went on a few rants talking about Star Wars and talking about storytelling. Again, just one man's opinion, not trying to sell anybody on anything. I just hope that you guys had a good time hanging out with me and watching some old school Mass Effect. I think I only died once, right? So that's a record for me. I'm typically a three death king here. Back to Chrono Trigger. It's all about chance there. Chrono just happens to bump into Marl. In Oblivion, the big imp has dreams about the hero of Kvatch. The hero of Kvatch. So, funny story, I did actually get Mrs. Hatter to play the opening act of The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, just because I, wanted to see how she'd react to it. Of course, she recognized, she recognized, Jean-Luc Picard. Oh my God, Patrick Stewart. She recognized Patrick Stewart's voice immediately. She didn't recognize Sean Bean at first, but then when I told her, like, oh, one does not simply walk into Oblivion and close the Oblivion gates, she was like, oh, yep, that's Sean Bean. But yeah, she had a lot of fun with that, the first few acts into it. And honestly, it's a more interesting main quest than Skyrim is. I don't feel the urge to go straight up to the Greybeards in Skyrim the same way that I feel the same urge like in Oblivion. I need to go find this guy Martin. Martin's about to die. So it's just a difference of perspective. Anyway. I won't keep you guys too long. I appreciate everyone for tuning in and watching me struggle through another session of Mass Effect. I thought I would have finished Pharos by now, but I keep getting lost, really, more than anything. So yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Ryan, I appreciate you keeping up the Star Wars conversation. Andrew, thanks for popping by. I really need to do some like Google Hangouts with you soon. So Andrew, if you do want to Skype sometime, do hit me up. And sneak level like a cheap bastard. One of the things I do miss about Oblivion is the ability to create your own class, where it's like, yeah, athletics is my major skill. I'm just gonna level that up and spam it. Oh, the chest. Okay. Well, before I close out here, let's see what we got in the old D-Live chest. Oh, Ryan, you've been donating way too much lemon here. Oh, well, I don't have enough to distribute the treasure chest. Let's see here. I don't have enough for the chest. No chest, brother. The chest is defeated. Yeah, D-Live does take a cut. No doubt. Well, hey, again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you are enjoying this blast from the past of classic Mass Effect. I am so excited for the new remastered Mass Effect to come out. And yeah, you know, I just appreciate you guys bullshitting with me, talking about Star Wars, talking about role-playing games, talking about storytelling. Anyway, if I do not put out a video here about some miniature painting, some of the other exciting things that I've got going on, then I will definitely see you guys next Friday. As always, have a great weekend. I hope you guys have had a wonderful week, and I will catch you all later. Peace.